Ladies and gents, welcome to the semi-finals of our Halo Wars 2 2v2 Pro League. We've never done this before. This is the first time we have a 2v2 Pro League ever. 200 pounds are on the line, and in the blue color, this is QWERTY Spartan. His ally is Dark Angel in the teal, and they're playing as Forge and Yap Yap. On the other side of the map, we've got in the yellow color Daylon, and his buddy in the red is Scootman. And they're playing as Yap Yap and Pavium. In the series, Atriox and Cutter are banned, so you're not going to see those. That's the player decisions. And if we do get to see a Voridus, he's not going to have access to combat spoils. Dark Angel has a front mini base, and he might be rushing with it as that raid camp is gearing up. But Dark is having difficulty getting access to power, as this side just doesn't have a lot of it. He has to go to the middle, where, yeah, he's currently gathering, but it's like pretty slow going. He has an unupgraded power extractor, but he's getting ready with another raid camp. Maybe he can use the heavy grunts from this to go and do a little bit of power node pick-me-ups. Scootman on the other side is securing the power with his basic free peoples. Funny to not see QWERTY harassing that, but then again, he's this guy that does double pad upgrades and only then goes after the generator, and he really likes to upgrade everything. As Forge, this is easier to pull off, of course. You get the discount from rolling economy. Alright, Dark Angel is just pumping cannon fodders into that extractor. It would be easier to attack the unupgraded one because the health bar is visibly less, right? But the actual health is like a huge downgrade indeed. More Grunt Riders now coming out. Dark Angel has his upgraded extractor. And he's also going to put some pressure on Daylon's mini here, which has a raid camp on it. One brute is coming over already. I think Dark Angel might just have a slight advantage. It's just about those choppers. If he doesn't have choppers for Daylon, he will be able to stop this very easily. So you stop that usually with heavy grunts. Burnout is ready again, however, and I'm sure Daylon will be using it here to boost his 2 upgrade harvesters and extractors, and also get his chopper out faster. Sean Gun is raiding us with 8 peoples. Thank you very much, Sean, for covering the stuff today. Hope you had a good stream there. Sorry there weren't any more matches. We could do double elim, but it's Pro League. Rather putting in the best of 7 at the end there. Everyone likes the big finals. Well, this is some pretty heavy pressure, but what's going on with the others? They're just fighting in the middle of the map, really a handful of snipers. Will be creating trouble, of course, for the heavy grunts. And the Marines should be able to handle the rest, especially if they don't get knocked into the mine by the chopper. So far, so good there. But I gotta say, the triple chopper here from Dark Angel is creating a large issue for Daylon, especially with that mine not hitting. Doesn't look like Dark Angel is able to destroy the base or anything or pick off buildings, but he's significantly reset Daylon's unit count, and he's taken away a mini base as well. Here on the far side of the map, Dark Angel is also getting a second extractor himself, but Daylon is getting dangerously close to tier 2. If he gets there and pumps out the hero, then this is done. He also got a large number of units here, so I think he should be able to hold for now. And Scoot is very easily able to capture power nodes one by one. He has methane, but he's very far away from tier 2. Just staying on this heavy grunt and methane army for a long time. It's foreseeable anyway. Oh, rain of fire here on the double generator in the back for QWERTY. Maybe the turrets will end up destroying the gen. That's pretty brutal, actually. Watchtowers aren't gonna help defend at all. If there was instead one normal turret, that would be shooting these to bits, but that's not the case. So that will be destroyed. And then, you know, this helps build leader power XP as well for Scootman. So if he loops around his guys now, destroys this base that's about to be built, and then comes down here with a drop to get the second generator, that's almost irreversible damage for QWERTY's economy. I think he'll be on the struggle bus with that. Dark's push has fallen apart here as well due to the large amount of units out of Daylon. You can never underestimate how powerful Pavium is with that very, very strong economy. Burnout is just quite something. Well, we got 4 snipers up on the high ground. They'll be more than capable of taking care of the heavy grunts. Scoot isn't destroying this, I think. But maybe you can get some line of sight on this base and quickly grab the generator with his drop. Which is about to... He's got the point. But he just used it for beam instead, I think. That's what it looks like. He's cleaving into those Marines pretty good, but he himself got beamed. Obviously, you can't split if you're beaming yourself. Wagon there is probably gonna detonate. This is just a little bit too much firepower from QWERTY. So many Marines. He's doing well. Scoot is tier 2 now, and he's gonna get out his Gubbos and then probably add in a little bit of Locust here. With the Marines, there's no huge threat from that. Oh, great use of that methane wagon. Stunning the Marines that exploded and then dropping a mine on top of them. They could not run from that. Defensive drop here from Dark. I mean, yeah, he's gonna defend the base. And maybe has some opportunities to do a counter attack, but he would be running into a whole lot of units here. Although they're brutes, I think this is very manageable for him for now. That's a lot of brutes. They're probably still gonna destroy the mini base, but Gobble heal will buy some time for sure. More that these guys are everywhere. Once Dark Skies is in, they're just doing so much damage. It's insane. You look at these. They're actually gonna get that generator, aren't they? Okay, maybe the snipers will get this under control. Just barely. The Scoot on the other side is once again pressuring, but a new army of grunts. Kodiaks do get to run away. And of course, he deploys them. He should be good for now. Okay, they've held. Oh. Hunter, man. And there's more of these coming too. Dano's getting ready to run in with this grunt squad and do a nasty, nasty lich on Dark's main soon. Could be happening within like half a minute. He's very close to getting the 5th point. Just doesn't quite have 600 power. If he cancels maybe a unit or two... Ah, Burnout is here. He doesn't need to cancel anything. I'm surprised a little bit that Daylon didn't get like a 4th generator or something like that. That could have been nice. And also he's gonna lose that grunt just now. So no vision for a surprise lich. So many brutes, oh my god. If the shield comes up, they're gonna have a much harder time doing damage. So better do this now. Get in that Lich, that's it. That's a really good push right now. And if Scoot can support this with a shield drop of his own or a big methane drop, that could work really well. But hey, for now, he's got a beam on the engineers. The engineers aren't moving. Oh my god, they're gonna get absolutely wrecked. They're almost all dead, but some survive, and there's a shield now as well. The gobos are healing themselves up. Marines trying to deal with the situation, but I'm not sure they can. There's just very few of them, and guess what? There are Rangers shooting them down. Lich is getting a little weak, maybe. Scootman drops in his methane. That's going to boost his entire army and nerf Dark's base. A good opportunity to take it down while this lasts. Where's Pavim Hero, actually? He isn't here. QWERTY is dropping in his Grizzlies to try and hold this location. Okay, there's Pavium, but he didn't targeting laser this. Imagine stacking all those nerfs on the base. That would have been so good. But the Lich might destroy it even like this. Oh my god. Oh, Dark Angel is so toast. Very solid play from these guys. Doesn't have too much production back home either, so it's really all up to QWERTY to save him, but I don't think he can. QWERTY isn't making anything that would help here. A bunch of Marines, sure, but the Kodiaks are also deployed way too much up front. And they just get EMP'd to bits. His base is getting targeted, is getting methane, the double nerf is on. And there's so much focus fire on it that it's just gonna melt away. That's exactly what we needed to see. Oh, and the addition of the Locust, of course. I mean, Scoot will be probably wanting to upgrade vehicles some. If he wants to swap into that, it also will benefit the methane wagons, but I'm not sure he needs to at this point. They've got enough stuff collectively that they can just go there, attack that base, and it will probably just go down. QWERTY can't make shields, he's UNSC, he doesn't have Nightingales. No, they're just gonna get methane, I guess. That does quite a bit of damage. And this is just a 5-slot base, so it doesn't have as much health at all. Game 1 is already over, ladies and gents. Skill issue detected, takes game 1. It's a best of 5, so 2 more of that needed for them. But if they do it at this pace, we'll be done pretty quick. Here we go with game number 2. QWERTY Spartan is gonna be blue, and teal for Dark Angel. They're playing as Arbiter and Colony. On the other side, we've got Scootman in the red and Daylon in the yellow. They're playing as Shipmaster and Anders. Now the Shippy Anders combination is pretty obvious. We don't need to point out many things there. A lot of high quality tier 2 units, and then you'll be backed up with the Super Sentinel that gets healed by Unicorn Engineers. That's just absolutely bonkers. Shipmaster displaces stuff when things get tough. Maybe displays beams them. I'm a little less sold on the Arbiter Colony thing. What's the benefit there? I mean, both have really strong armies. But synergetically, they don't do much together. It's like they're really good independently, but I don't see the synergy here. I guess you could stasis the Hunter Capitano and make sure he stays alive. Or just stasis half of enemy armies while you deal with the rest. Try to get veterancy going. Go Phantoms and have the Hunter Capitano taunt enemies so that the Phantoms can just go in and do their thing. That's what I can see for synergy, but it's not too obvious. It's not too simple to pull off. You have to really coordinate. Unlike something like Forge and Jerome stacking their auras, which is absolutely nuts. So you can do same faction combos, definitely, but usually you go for opposite factions combining themselves. And then you get benefits like choppers or ghosts as a scout unit, which is great for anti-rush purposes. You add in suicide runs, but the other guy also has snipers, so it's not going to be easy to make heroes against them as well. You guys want predictions? You get predictions. Thanks for the reminder. It really helps with the reminders, actually, because I will sometimes forget. QWERTY is spamming Ghost this time, taking things quite seriously. These grunts don't have mines, as you know. They can only get cloaked. It's quite difficult for them to deal with Ghosts. You kind of want the support of the UNSC here. And maybe some engineers wouldn't hurt. It's a good job by the Spartan. Obviously, you don't want to capture. So clicking off the Spartan gets him fighting again. Good micro there by Scoot. Pretty serious pressure here from Team Red. The Ghost can't quite stop it. Where is the shielding? Did QWERTY overmake his... he over-upgraded Harvesters again, of course. So he can't get shielding, he can't fight the Marine blob. Dark Angel is kind of left on his own. They also have grenades, by the way, but they shouldn't have used it there. Good little pre-split against the Suis. Now the mass scouts are here. I think it needs to be respected. Unfortunate for Scoot that he used all the grenades there. Retreat now is very, very important, but you know, with Anders, you can get maybe arc defense in this scenario because there's just so many scouts. They're not gonna like very much if the Sentinels start shooting at them. I don't think Scoot went for mines. We would have seen it already. They lost tier 2. Scoot's working on it. Neither QWERTY nor Dark are tier 2 themselves. Still no gold shielding somehow for QWERTY. This is insane. When you make this many ghosts, you have to upgrade them surely, right? Everybody is expanding. But it seems like it's Dark that's going to be able to hold on to it. Just the suicide runs are already clearing these Marines a little bit. And if the scouts come back, they might be able to do the rest. But there are hunters now. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult than before. Oh, Dark actually is losing it to the combat tech Marines. I don't know why they're counter-attacking with this stuff, but oh my god, that beam! Drop turret absolutely stunning half the vehicle fleet. That was very, very nasty, ladies and gents. That was absolutely brutal. Scooch is heading on to the main base now. Gonna look to take on these extractors. Team Red has 4 of the 5 power nodes on the map. And okay, the Marauder can't defend against this entirely by itself. That's fine. Daylon can take this for a little while. Okay, Marauders are not the answer. Just gonna be double pumping Hunters though. And that should be fine. Spartan's heading home as well. Leaving the Marines here to deal with the shields. Engineers can't really mess with this. Scoot's on 4th point. Shield gen is going to be destroyed. He sent them some Marines of his own to help here. Spirit support is in. That's going to save the extractor, at least one of them. And Daylon will just be able to very quickly remake the second one. Spartan is no longer needed here. Could go back to the fight. Daylon is in a really solid position. QWERTY hasn't really populated his second base yet. He's not even tier 2. So, I mean, he's got a bunch of grunts to add to this. The Hunter Capitano in the garrison is spooky, but you just avoid it, and I think you're fine. Shocking that Scoot didn't end up destroying this generator or something, but at least he got the shield generator. He can go for the mini base perhaps in the meantime, and maybe save up for that Super Sentinel and get some Moolah from Daylon, who has at least a little bit of resources there. If he just didn't build any more stuff for a second, then he could donate a lot. Scoot's almost ready with power after all, so it's a good idea, I think. Get that Retriever Sentinel out. Would do a lot of work. Chad, Steve, and the Unicorn are more than capable of fending off a few grunts and the Elite Enforcer squads from the drop. Now the Plasma Bolt is ready, so maybe these guys can do a similar Vombo combo to those guys. Plasma Bolt with Hunter's Brand could be quite potent. Okay, Scoot just got some supplies. But not for the Super Sentinel. He just maxed out again on Marines. Capitano up on the high ground, just peppering that Spartan a little bit. We've got skits on the way, shield generators up, and another foundry. As Dark Angel will want to prepare for Reavers. He wants to make a whole lot more Reavers in order to be able to defend against the Super Sentinel later. But we've got Kodiaks getting deployed. That's a very different job here to destroy Dark Angel's expansion. Once he's not allowed to get a big economy, everything's fine for Team Red. And that's the last of the mini bases from Team Blue getting destroyed. QWERTY doesn't have a shield on the main base, so the Marines can just go in there and perhaps wreck a generator. When the turrets are annoying, the Marines can take it for sure. Ooh, that was a great Plasma Bolt, however. Now I'm not so sure they'll destroy the extractor. It's gonna be much closer anyway. Banshees with Arbiter? What? That is so confusing. Either way, that extractor is getting super low. Where's the engineer bubble? Oh my god, the grenade finished it off. Wow, what a huge loss for QWERTY that was. And these Kodiaks are absolute hero units. Denying the second base there. And we've got the Sentinels now popping in as well. Oh, Scoot didn't buy the mini. War grunts, man. Oh, ouch. They got wrecked. So QWERTY with that Banshee swap, not really getting anywhere. But I will say they are good against the Kodiaks. They'll clear those out. As long as the Spartans around, I think they're just gonna get taken down. There's an anti-air turret now as well, so bye-bye. Main will need some anti-air upgrades for Scoot. But he's tier 3, he's not too worried. Where's the Kodiak sieging coming from? Oh! He moved up there. Interesting. I thought the Kodiaks there got destroyed, but no. Banshee's retrying something, but it's just not gonna happen. Pretty much perfect defense from Scoot. He saves that. And Team Blue is gonna tap out of this as just there's too much pressure on them. Skill issue detected is now up 2-1. Pretty nicely done. This could be the last game of the semifinals. Team Blue really needs to get it together and pull off a win. QWERTY Spartan in the blue color and Dark Angel in the teal. They're playing as Serena and Decimus. Interesting mix. On the other side, we've got Scoot and we've got Daylon in blue and yellow. That would be Jerome and also Decimus. So it's interesting to see Serena here because she can obviously capture the power nodes and cast an ice field on them. Makes it very hard to maneuver for everybody involved. And then Decimus, well, you just kind of vortex enemies and it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do anything. Especially if they're frozen. That can be a huge source of damage. Oh, good job messing with the Sentinel AIs. So that's gonna now shoot Scoot's base. He tries to make some stuff on it. It'll be even harder. Usually you don't put all 3 ice blocks in the same spot, but rather you secure all the power crates over here, here, and here. With that, that's usually what Serena does. QWERTY just wants a bigger area here to be covered with this. Because here's the thing, he's not gonna win the fight against a larger group with this. It's just gonna slow him down. But if during that slowdown you're gathering resources, you're technically winning on the economy front. Even though you have fewer units around. And this is always surprising to me. The Sentinels actually do really good damage against the ice blocks. And there you go, Frozen Sentinels. Love it. Good job by Team Blue though overall after grouping up. The choppers are killing a whole lot of units. Jerome is out for Scoot. And Daylon is getting his Warlord. Together they can sure do a lot. Like, here's a combo. With the Warlord, you pull someone in. And if you time it super perfectly, then you can stun them with the Jerome Mantis drop and get a mine combo. Or do it the other way around. Just let the Warlord do the stunning, then drop in your Mantis, then drop in your mines. Or mines and Mantis, even better. Vortex them for good measure, if you really have to. But I don't think you have to. It's already enough. So I really hope we get to see that during this game. More snipers coming out for our boy. It's going fairly low on the Cryo Troopers front. Understandably so. nobody wants to fight. Understandably so. These two are so similar right now, these two teams. But it's those free suicide grunts that make me think this could work out super well if the split isn't good enough. Then again, this is the Pro League. You can expect the vehicles to crash into them. But there are other choppers for that. So who knows? It's complicated. Anything can happen. Oh man, Dark Angel's extra extractor gets caught right as it builds. The whole gang is coming over. And if the choppers actually encountered this group, they're all screwed. Oh my god, it's exactly gonna happen. This could be game ending. If Daylon reacts right away. These are upgraded choppers as well, so extra spooky. The generator already has been destroyed, and now all those snipers are toasted as well. Good vortex in the middle of this during Siphon makes sure that these guys are gonna stay up, but okay, no vortex. Trash dump on Dark's base has happened already. There's a vortex, but it's the other teams. Oh, they ran over the mines. Oh my god, they ran over the mines. They couldn't see them because they were unupgraded choppers. The entire thing is gone. Team Red is absolutely dominating this fight. Dark Angel is gonna lose. He just ran over mines. He couldn't see them. What a disaster. Holy cow, dude. That was so nasty. That's gonna be a swift 3-0 here for skill issue detected. And, you know, Doge Angel just has to go to the bronze round, but finals already for skill issue detected. Good job. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.